Hello YouTube, it's about 1984 here. Today's video is basically a UK specific bug out or like kind of prepper survival belt idea. Now, I'm sure there's quite a lot of other people had the same sort of idea, but I thought I'd give this one a try. So basically what we're dealing with is a Chinese type 56 ammunition belt or chest rig. Made of canvas, nice and strong, but ultimately nice and simple. Now the reason I chose this is because one, in the UK we don't really have access to firearms like in America and say some other places, so we had to make do with what we got, which in our case is air rifles, crossbows and catapults, or slingshots as you might know them. Now let's say for example you've got to bug out quickly and you've got family members, people you care about. Now, you might not really want to be going out and spending upwards of £100 on top of the range Gucci vests and all this sort of shit for, frankly, family members you care about but who don't really give a toss about what you do as a prepper. So you don't really want to spend lots of money, but at the same time you want to spend a little bit. Now these rigs, these cost around about £10 delivered from China, and there are absolute shitloads of them. There are millions of these things made, so they're going to be cheap for a very long time. Well worth getting. Like I say, £10, you've got something you can throw to a loved one or family member, that sort of thing. Put a little bit of basic kit in there, and if you've got a bug out, you got some basic kit. Things you can access without having to take your backpack off, and like I say, not having to spend a fortune on webbing gear or these loadout vests and all that sort of stuff. Okay, so let's take a bit of a close look at what we've got inside. Like I say, this is UK specific, so there's not going to be AK mags or any of that kind of shit in here. Okay, so in the first pouch, and again these are just nice size pouches, nice and simple. So in the first pouch, as an idea, we have a fire lighting kit, nice and simple, lighter, a fire steel and a little tinder tin. It's got some cotton wool in there, one or two broken little hexamine tablets and just that sort of thing. Little bits of cigarette papers, the ones you screw up. It's all good. The other pouch fit nicely. A TTF slingshot. Now again, these aren't that much to buy, and if you're a bit handy with a wood saw and that sort of thing, you can make these piece of piss. They're not difficult, they're not hard to make. But again, in the UK, a lot of people like to shoot these catapults and slingshots and shit. They are good, quite viable options. Now, in the other pouch, again, chances are if you're a prepper, you're going to have some form of communications. Simple little PMR radios. This one's reprogrammable, but obviously you can get the far cheaper ones. You can buy like sets of them, like Cellaway for about £100 if you look, cheap enough. All run on the same sort of channels. Okay, we got another pouch. We got 10 pouches, my dad. Just throw in a simple bandage. This one's an Israeli bandage. Good stuff. This pouch, we have just a simple tobacco tin. Obviously, this is a bit smaller than a normal tobacco tin, but idea is the same. Fit a small survival kit in there if needs be. Just simple things, a little bit of fishing kit, snares, that sort of stuff. Okay, moving on. Okay, so moving on here, we have air rifle ammunition. Air rifles are cheap and plentiful in the UK, so is the ammunition. Now, you carry 500 rounds in that pouch. Chances are you're not going to need more than 500 rounds for a couple of days camping, shooting the local squirrels. Let's be realistic. You're not going to get into any kind of combat with an air rifle or crossbows, that sort of thing. That's ridiculous. But anyway, we'll move on. Okay, so this pouch, you have to excuse me, I'm trying to do this one-handed. Yeah, take my word for it. This pouch we have 44 caliber lead balls, simple lead musket balls. Obviously I cast these myself, nice and easy, and again that's for the catapult or the slingshot if you're American. That pouch will hold 150, although I think I'll probably take a couple out as that's difficult to get at. Now again, other pouches, we've got simple crossbow pistol bolts. You can fit a good few in there. Again, if you had to hunt small game in a really bad situation, I might add, it is illegal to hunt with bows in the UK, so I wouldn't recommend it unless your life was dependent on it. But again, you can fit a decent amount in there. All I've done, attached a simple bit of paracord onto the loop so that it'll engage the toggle, which is a bit longer, but you could do that for as many pouches as you wanted to do this with. Okay, obviously it's a simple knife. These are cheap enough again to buy if you wanted to put yourself a little kit together, again for a family member. Yeah, we have a crossbow maintenance kit. So obviously we've got the rail lube, a bit of beeswax, Allen key for taking it down. Now bear in mind, obviously these kits, you'd personalise them, all that sort of thing. I've just tried to stick with examples of different things you could use the pouches for. Excuse me, bit of a burp. That's better. Right. And again, this pouch, just a simple air rifle cleaning kit. An old e-cigarette liquid bottle. Obviously you can put gun oil in there, nice and simple. Little piece of rag for cleaning. A length of paracord, a knot or two tied in the end. Obviously you pull that through the barrel, give your barrel a clean. Just so you can keep on top of keeping your air rifle clean. Again, if you're going to be hunting with it, and if you're bugged out, obviously it's going to be a very important piece of your kit. Well, okay, that was basically it anyway. Like I say, I've just tried to stick different things in the pouch just to give you an idea of the sort of thing you could do. And again, this chest rig costs £10, postage from China. They got the different size. Obviously they got the AK version. I've done a video on that one before. Obviously that works well with the large crossbow bolts. But yeah, just a simple idea. £10, just something you can get a couple of. Maybe knock up some kits for loved ones or close friends, that sort of thing. And another cool thing about these, because they're pretty much low profile, you could actually get away with having this underneath your coat as well. So you might be useful if you need to be a bit more covert and discreet. Anyway, that's it for me anyway. I'm going to bed. When I finish my drink, I'm going to bed. Good night, YouTube.